For decades, China has stunned the world with its remarkable economic transformation. Yet beneath the headlines of growth and industrial might, there lies a quieter, equally impressive phenomenon: the Chinese people's extraordinary ability to save money. With savings rates consistently hovering between 36% and 45% of GDP since the 1980s, some of the highest in the world, this is not just a matter of arithmetic, but a powerful story about culture, policy, and the lived experience of millions. What is the Chinese secret to saving money? Let's take a journey into the heart of this phenomenon, exploring not only how it came to be, but what it means for China's present and future. To understand China's high savings rate, we first need to look at the context. China's economic reforms, starting in the late 1970s, unleashed decades of rapid growth. Wages rose, cities expanded, and opportunities flourished. Yet, despite this prosperity, most Chinese households chose to save a significant portion of their incomes. Unlike the consumer-driven economies of the West, where spending fuels growth, Chinese families became famous for their thrift. But why? A key piece of the puzzle lies in the country's social fabric. China's social safety net has historically been limited. Unlike countries with extensive welfare systems, China's public support for healthcare, education, and retirement has lagged behind its economic progress. This reality has shaped the financial mindset of generations. For many Chinese families, saving is not just a preference, it's a necessity. Money set aside today becomes a crucial buffer against tomorrow's uncertainties: a medical emergency, a child's tuition, or the needs of aging parents. In this way, the act of saving is deeply personal, rooted in the desire for stability and self-reliance. Recent years have only made these habits more pronounced. As the economy slows and uncertainty grows, a new trend has emerged, especially among the nation's youth. It's called revenge saving. Unlike their Western counterparts, who are often characterized by rising debt and consumerism, many young Chinese are setting extreme monthly savings targets, sometimes limiting their spending to just a few hundred yuan a month. This is a powerful reversal of the so-called revenge spending that can follow periods of restraint. Instead, young people are turning to savings as a form of empowerment, a way to take control in a world that feels increasingly unpredictable. This deep-seated prudence is reinforced by cultural values that stretch back centuries. In traditional Chinese society, thrift and frugality were seen as virtues, while wastefulness was frowned upon. These values are not just relics of the past, they are alive and well in the family conversations, personal decisions, and social expectations that shape daily life. Parents teach their children to be careful with money, to plan for the future, and to avoid unnecessary risk. In a world where status is often measured by security rather than excess, saving becomes a form of social capital. But the story doesn't end there. The Chinese government is acutely aware of the powerful hold that saving has on the nation's psyche and the implications this has for the broader economy. High savings rates have helped fuel investment and growth. However, they also pose a challenge. Too much saving and not enough spending can slow down economic momentum, especially as the country shifts from export-driven growth to a model powered by domestic consumption. In response, policymakers have taken bold steps. The government's latest 5-year plan, covering the period from 2021 to 2025, places a major emphasis on expanding the social safety net. The idea is simple. If people feel more secure about their health care, retirement, and education, they'll be less inclined to hoard cash and more willing to spend. This, in turn, can help balance the economy and promote sustainable growth. The government is also opening its wallet. For 2025, China plans a record budget deficit of 4% of GDP, a clear signal that it's willing to spend to stimulate the economy. The hope is that by investing in social programs and public services, ordinary people will begin to feel more confident about their financial futures, loosening their grip on savings and boosting domestic demand. Of course, changing deeply ingrained habits is never easy. Despite these efforts, China's savings rate remains high by global standards. The reasons are complex. Demographic shifts are playing a role. As the population ages and birth rates fall, families face new pressures to save for both their own retirement and their children's futures. Rising income inequality, too, encourages saving among those who worry about falling behind. And while policy changes can help, cultural and structural factors often prove more enduring than laws or budgets. The result is a country in transition. On the one hand, you have millions of individuals who see saving as an unshakable pillar of security. On the other, a government eager to unleash the spending power of its people. The tension between these forces is shaping China's economic future and offering important lessons for the world. So, what is the Chinese secret to saving money? At its core, it's a blend of necessity, culture, and adaptation. It's about families looking out for one another, planning for the long term, and building a cushion against the unknown. It's about a society where financial prudence is both a practical response to limited public support and a badge of honor passed from one generation to the next. But it's also about change. As China grows wealthier and more confident, the balance between saving and spending will continue to evolve. Young people may be leading the charge in revenge saving today, but as social safety nets expand and opportunities grow, they may one day embrace new ways of securing their futures. For now, though, the secret remains clear. In China, the art of saving is as much about resilience as it is about restraint. A lesson forged in history, lived in the present, and shaping the possibilities of tomorrow. Whether you're in Beijing or Boston, the Chinese experience reminds us that the way we handle money is never just about numbers. It's about trust, tradition, and the search for security in a fast-changing world. In that sense, the Chinese secret to saving money is not so secret after all. It's a story we can all learn from. 1 yuan, $1, one careful choice at a time.